What up? What up? What up? It's Lance, motherfucking Tom. How y'all doing tonight?
I hope everyone's doing good. We got a very special guest tonight, made by
Made by
Lizette.
Lizette.
It's gonna be another dope episode. We got a lot to talk about. She does crazy artwork. If y'all didn't know, y'all need to tap in. We're gonna give you everything you need to know tonight. Y'all guys about to make her millionaire overnight. Overnight
Yes,
celebrity on the real. Um, so the very first question we always ask everyone, Lizette, is who are you and where are you from?
All right, so hi everyone. My name is Lizette, obviously. Um, I'll start with where I'm from. So I was born in Hawaii. I lived there for a few years until I moved to Vallejo. I
Okay.
grew up around Vallejo and Fairfield, so obviously I'm familiar with the Bay Area.
Uh-huh.
Uh, what else? And yeah, that's just where I'm at. And I guess like I'll talk more about like how I got into like graphic design, art, and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I went to school. Oh yeah.
Oh no, go
Yeah.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So I went to college at Sac State, and I graduated, or not graduated. I majored in graphic design there. I didn't know I wanted to be a graphic design major.
Mm.
My older brother was who got me into it. There I realized like I still love art. I still love doing graphic design because I can do like logo work, branding, illustration, and that kind of got me to where I am today. But yeah, like growing up, I've always been a creative. As young as 4, I loved drawing, I loved coloring, scribbling. Elementary school and high school, I was into drawing and painting, and then I got into illustration. More recently, actually, I was just more into like painting stuff. But
Oh,
until like
okay.
last year, I got into illustrations and custom illustrations and drawing people because usually I wasn't really into that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I'm kind of new to the illustration world.
I got you. I
I did
got
not
you.
know you were from Hawaii.
Yeah,
That makes
yeah.
plenty of, that makes plenty of sense now because I'm like, she goes to Hawaii. I mean, everybody loves Hawaii, but I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that makes sense. That doesn't make sense because you love Hawaii. I remember,
I do, yeah. But I
you
grew
know,
up in California, but I
yeah.
was there till I was like 4. But I know it's weird to say whenever I tell people.
When did you move here from Hawaii? Was it at like a super young age or?
Yeah, I was 4 years old.
Oh,
I
okay.
the reason why I lived there is because my dad is in the military. He was
Ah, I see. Okay.
stationed there, so luckily I got to live there for a few years. And then he got stationed in I think Dublin, and then we have family like around the Bay Area, and he wanted to be close to his siblings, and then we found a house in Vallejo. So
Mm.
I was there for
Okay.
a couple years.
Oh
Oh,
Before
shit,
we found another
nice.
one in Fairfield.
that's dope. That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. How did you get into art? I know you were explaining it a little by little, but how did you know that you like loved art? Like, was there like a certain moment in time in your life you're like, man, I
Yeah.
want to do this. I want to do this like for the rest of my life. I want to keep going with this.
Yeah. As much as I didn't want to admit it, because like Asian parents growing up,
Yeah.
my mom's a nurse. She was
Hmm.
like, "You're gonna be a nurse when you grow up," and she like instilled that in me. And
Yeah.
I'm like not saying anything bad about nursing, like it's a great career. But
Hmm.
just growing up, I was always into the creatives all the time. Like I loved it. I was as young as 3. My parents let me watercolor, scribble. Then when I remember when I was like 4, I was always drawing something. Like I would watch cartoons and I try to copy it on paper.
Hmm.
And I mean, it wasn't very good at the time, but I love doing it.
Hmm.
I think it runs in the family because my dad's a really good artist. He doesn't really
Oh.
draw a lot, but when he does, he's like really good at sketching.
Oh shit.
Really good at lettering too, which is kind of random, but that's another love of mine that I have that I got from my dad. Um, my oldest brother, he's really good at painting, like hella good. He didn't even take art classes. He was just really, really good.
Damn.
Damn. So it runs in the
Yeah,
family,
So it
yeah,
huh?
runs in the
Y'all guys just
family.
right. And then my
talented.
yeah, my second oldest brother, he's not really good at drawing, but he was in a graphic design, so he's good at like designing stuff like websites, like anything on paper,
Oh
prints. Like
shit.
he's super good at that. And then that's what got my attention. Is like I wanted to design stuff and incorporate like my my art talents, I guess, into it too. And
Yeah.
so it's like a combination of both of my brothers too that kind of influenced me.
Yeah.
But it was from as young as I can remember. I used to do like art contests in school. I remember like winning one in the county. I think I won like
Holy
third
snap.
place. But
Hey,
I just
that's
remember it
big.
right now.
That's
You never
big in the
Yo.
county
I
and
was
like.
like I was like
What
6.
what did you draw? Do you remember
Uh,
that?
yeah, I remember what I drew. I drew sunflowers. It's
Oh,
like kind of random,
hey,
but
it
my
was
mom,
right.
yeah, my mom kept it. I hella forgot,
Okay.
but my parents, even though my parents were like, "I want you to be this when you grow up," they actually really supported me in doing
Yeah.
anything creative. So like, even though I
Yeah.
graduated in graphic design, they were like all for it. Like they
That's
attended my
good.
shows and stuff, and
Yeah.
they just loved everything I did, and
Wow.
I'm just glad like they
Okay.
embraced it too.
That's super dope, especially like you said, coming from like, an Asian background. That's so not what, they want, right? It's everything's either you're either going to be an accountant, a lawyer, or something in the medical field, right? Something that's going
Right.
to make hella money. Not saying art won't make you hella money, but
Yeah.
it's like it's not traditional, it's not
Right.
guaranteed in a way. But that's crazy. I mean, that's super dope.
I didn't
Like your
I didn't know that.
parents.
That's you had a lot of art in your family.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
now
yeah.
that I think about it, because you guys, no one really has asked me, but yeah, I mean, my mom wasn't very artistic, but definitely I see it in both of my brothers
Mhm.
and my dad for sure. Even though he never like pursued it, obviously, it's like I really think that I got it from him, and I've always wanted to be like him in a way.
mhm.
I'm a little daddy's girl,
Yeah.
so I feel hella
Okay.
close to him. So like, I
What did
always
your
try to
dad used to draw that made
he
you
used to
like,
just
"Oh, is
like
there
he used to
anything?"
draw his side profile. Like he'll take a napkin and like take a pen and like draw his side profile. It looks
Oh,
exactly like him. Like I can't
that's
do
Yo.
that's
that.
crazy.
Right.
That
He's really
On a
good at that.
napkin? That's crazy.
Yeah, and then
That's wild.
he really likes doing calligraphy too.
that's so dope.
Yeah, like
Calligraphy is
he
so
his
dope.
handwriting is perfect. It's like impeccable. Like his calligraphy is perfect. And the reason why is because when he was in elementary school in the Philippines, they were so strict. They would like whip your hand if you don't write
Mm,
straight.
mhm,
So his
mhm.
Oh,
handwriting's always been nice.
snap.
I know, and
I
I used to
needed
just
that. My
copy.
handwriting sucks.
I know.
Facts.
I used to copy him.
Fuck you.
But
That's
yeah,
crazy.
like I also grew up like fascinated with letters. Like I know it sounds weird, but I used to love graffiti. Like more
Oh,
memories are coming
that
back
that's not
in
weird. That is
in middle
that
That
school.
that's cool.
Like
makes sense. That makes
thank
sense.
you.
Like, yeah,
Middle
I remember
school.
you drawing your
Oh yeah,
calligraphy. Your calligraphy was dope. I always like.
thank you.
Did you and your brothers and your dad have like different arts? You guys are not the same.
Yeah, like
I'm
different
Yeah,
styles and everything.
yeah.
totally different.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I was
okay.
more into I can't stick to one thing.
Mhm.
Just letting you guys know. So like if I get into like a specific type of art style, like I was really into like urban and street art in middle school and high school. Like I
That's
was like
dope.
in awe of like not calligraphy, graffiti.
Yeah.
And I
Mhm.
love the graffiti. I love stencil work. Anything that was like spray painted or whatever, I like love that. So that was like my style in high school, and it kind of like influenced what I'm doing right now.
Mm,
With my dad, obviously like more realistic, more traditional type of stuff. Same with my oldest brother. Like, I remember he made a portrait for one of his best friends of her dogs, and it looked like the painting was like so good. Like, um, he's the reason why I started doing painting too. And
Oh,
when
okay.
our age gap
yeah.
is kind of big. So when I was younger, I used to watch him do like all his paintings and stuff or random drawings. He doesn't do it much anymore, but um, like I was I don't know, I was always in awe of that. I always wanted to copy it and
That's crazy.
That's
That's dope.
cool. I mean, drawing inspiration from your family and everything, like that's, just like looking up to them and seeing what they can do. And it's just like that's crazy. Like hearing you talk about it and everything, just super talented family and everything. Um,
Thank you.
so you talked about you submitted like a piece and you won like a county. Um, you got like first place in the county, right? Did
Oh,
you with the your sunflower drawing or painting? I'm sorry. And then do you remember like your first besides that, do you remember like your first, I guess, like art piece or something that you were super proud of that you made either from your childhood or high school or whatever?
um, actually, yeah. There's just like this drawing. I mean, I never entered it into a contest or anything,
Mm-hmm.
and I ended up losing it. But I remember I when my parents moved into one of our newer homes when I was younger, I drew the backyard and like
Oh, you drew the whole backyard?
I drew the backyard. I was really into like back then too when I was very young, like 5, 6, 7. I was into like drawing flowers. That's why I
Yeah.
drew sunflower.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I
yeah,
was
yeah,
into
yeah.
drawing like gardens and stuff and scenery um. I remember it was on the fridge for like the longest time, and I was like really proud of that. That was like my very first detailed like image that I've done. Because usually
Oh
I'll just
shit.
draw like a character from a show or something, or like a tree or whatever. But I
Yeah.
actually like really drew this and I colored it in, and I was like
Wow.
super proud of it. I have no idea where it is, and I wish I still had it. But that's like one of my first pieces where I realized I love like little details.
That's dope.
Yeah,
That's
maybe
sick.
I can show you guys, but
Do you you know the first piece that I remember that you made that I was like, "Man, Lizette got talent." It
Thank
was the,
you.
I don't know if you remember. It was I hope I'm not forgetting this, but it was the Kanye West one, and his face was right here. It was a wooden one. It was like a
Oh, I
stencil.
remember that.
And I remember that one, it was a Kendrick Lamar one when he had the face side. I think you did a Kendrick Lamar
No,
one.
you're right. Wow, you
Yeah.
have good memory.
And then it's either Rihanna or Beyonce, the third
It was
picture.
Beyonce.
It was lined up on your apartment, I believe. And I was
Yeah,
like,
it was.
I wanted
Didn't
to
you
buy that
say?
Kanye West one, but then you were like, "Oh, I can't. Well, I can't sell it right now." Blah blah blah. And I was like, "Man, I want that one
Yeah.
so bad." And I was
I'll
like,
start
that
making
was,
more.
yeah, that was the first time I was like, "Dude, Lizette got talent. If she can like do something with it, she can sell it big." Because like those are
Thank
like dope.
you.
Those are dope art. Like I said, those are dope arts.
Those are like my favorite ones to do. The reason why I do more digital illustration right now is just because like
Yeah,
I can like set it down and then like I have a really hyper little kid and then
yeah.
I'm always
Hmm.
chasing after him. I feel like I'm always on the go, so it's just easy to have my iPad to draw. I honestly really miss painting and I miss drawing. Like anything on paper, I truly miss. But like setting up your paint area, like
Hmm.
it's just like a lot of work, and then to put it away and then
Yeah,
come back, it's
yeah,
time
yeah.
consuming. But I definitely want to do more of those stencil works. I did a
Mm.
little bit last year, but then I sold out fast, and I was like, man, I do plan on bringing it back eventually. But you have good memory, like that is
Yeah.
exactly what I do.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. Like everything, like anything, like hip hop artists, I always remember like people's like either art, their music, or however. Like I remember your stencils like
That's
completely.
dope.
I love that. I love that artwork because the Kanye West one, I really wanted that one. That Kanye West one was
Okay,
legit.
don't worry, I'll keep you posted when I start that up again because I think I still have the little stencil thing I made of it. I have like this whole folder it's somewhere in my garage, but I had like the artist that I did of that. Like I created the stencils by hand and then I
Oh,
put it
okay.
on wood and I like paint over it. But
Yeah.
I'll go look for
How
that
long
again.
did you how long did you do that one? How long took you to do that one? The stencils.
Um, Before, I used to do everything by hand until like I
Mm.
realized I can do it faster nowadays. I
Mhm.
used to spend like 6 hours on a piece, and
6 hours.
that was
That's a
Oh,
back then
lot.
when I had
damn.
time, like, when I was
That's what. Yeah.
that was a
Mm,
long time
before.
ago, yeah, but, I don't always have time to do that, but those are definitely one of my, favorite pieces. Some people still have it on their walls too, they'll, like, randomly send me, like, DMs, they're like, "Oh, I still got that wooden painting on my wall." I'm like, "Thanks." That's really cool. Like, I love that.
I got you. So always, I think everybody wants to know this. Like, how did "Made by Lizette" come about?
Yes,
Oh,
Because
yeah.
yes.
that
I
like
do
popped off
Tell
really
us the
yeah,
really
like,
well in
story of
it
2020.
that.
was I do have a
Yeah.
story about how it came about, and none of this was like pre-planned. Let me also give you like some background information. Like, just growing up, I've always wanted to sell my work. I tried before, and then I would just stop because I'm like, I wasn't a business person. I didn't know how to go about it, and I mean,
Mhm.
I'm still not. But I mean, I am now. But then, like, when I got started, I was just like, F it. Let's just go ahead, start selling my work, and then I'm just gonna use my platform to see where this takes me. Because like, what's there to lose?
Mhm.
So I don't know if you, Lance. I don't know if you followed my that Instagram account before, but it used to be a calligraphy account.
I
Um,
remember that one. Yeah.
yeah,
A
I was into like
calligraphy
Mhm.
account.
lettering.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was called Lettering by Lizette. Actually, I think
It's
I
all
named it.
styles. She has all
Okay.
styles.
Yeah, like I'm into like different types. I like to explore like different styles, like whether it's like that. And I don't know. There's like a lot of random stuff I like to like delve into.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But yes, I was really into that. When I was finishing up my college career, me and my classmates were like, we got brush pens, like different kind of pens, and we would practice like because whenever our teacher would like give us a break, we would just practice in our notebooks. And like I said, I was very fascinated with letters, and calligraphy
Mhm.
was a new hobby that I did, something soothing to me and something that I really enjoyed. So I made an Instagram to like post all my progress on there. But then I got tired of it and I
Hmm.
got bored, and then my Instagram was like idle for like months, and then I would like randomly post something and then go off again, and then yeah. So then let's talk about last exactly a year ago. When the quarantine started,
Hmm.
everyone's stuck at home again.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I have to give background about my son too, because it's super random how this started. Like what I was doing a year ago or about a year ago has I don't know, it was like hella random how I got into Made by
Okay.
Lizette. So, like I don't know if you know Lance, but some people might know too because I've mentioned it before that my son is autistic.
Mhm.
And he does therapy, or he used to take therapy when he was younger, just to like help him like catch up on stuff that he was delayed with. And
Mhm.
then when the pandemic started, his therapist couldn't come over to our house anymore, obviously because of
Mm.
COVID.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And then we had to do everything online, like video
Mhm.
chat. They had to like teach us. And then instead of her bringing her supplies and her toys to my house, me and Jordan, his dad, would have to like order it online, or we have to go to the store and buy it ourselves.
Mhm.
One of the items were wooden dowels. Like those like sticks like that you can use to play with. Like it's just
Oh,
for
oh,
yeah,
oh.
just
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
sensory play.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
I
yeah.
I ordered dowels, but I got the wrong size. Like I was supposed to get these super skinny wooden sticks that are like kind of like skewers, just so to help Jaden like put like beads through it or something. But I got like these thicker ones. They're probably like as thick as my finger, and they were like really long, like about a foot long.
Mhm.
And I instead of returning it because I opened it and everything, I was like, maybe I can just make something out of this because we're home and I need to have a new hobby.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I looked up hobbies that I can do with that, and then totally random. You might remember this, Lance. I was making plant hangers. You know that macrame stuff with the rope. I
Yeah.
started doing that because hello people got into plants. I wanted some wall hangings to decorate my house because like we're stuck at home. Might as well make the room look better, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So I was doing that. That was like a super random side hustle that I started up. Somebody just messaged me when I was posting my work. They're like, I want to order this. Like, let me buy this off of you. And I was like, I don't know how
Yeah.
to post my work, and this is what
Yeah.
I struggle with the most. So it started with that, and I started posting macrame stuff. And
Yeah.
because like I was posting it on my lettering by Lizette account, I was like, well, if I'm gonna do post like random stuff, might as well post all my creative work on here. So let's like make it straightforward. I just made my Instagram made by Lizette because I want to show like it's made by me. Like I
Yeah.
can craft stuff, I can draw stuff, I'll do hand lettering, um, and then illustration came about kind of randomly too. In that moment when I was making macrame, I was like super in the mood to like make stuff, like whether it's drawing, like just anything. One of my good friends from high school hit me up to make a this nice little wedding gift for his then fiance,
Mhm.
and I was like super inspired after I finished that illustration because I've never made anything like it before. It was a Pixar inspired slash minimal like
Yeah, yeah,
style.
yeah. I
Yeah,
love
with
those
the
ones.
wedding stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
and
did that one with Jaden and, Maya and everything,
yeah, I
right?
did it.
Yeah,
I
I
remember I
remember
did that
those.
too, like in
Yeah.
the past for practice. But after I did my friend's wedding one, I was like, man, I want to continue to do illustrations. Like, um, yeah, it was. I just felt super inspired at the moment, and that was one of my favorite projects. The style that my friend asked me to do was like kind of new to me.
Mhm.
So after I did that, another side note, Jaden, when he gets into stuff, he's kind of like obsessive with it. He was really into tiny desk videos.
Yeah.
Last summer, last spring and summer, and
Yeah.
we were always watching Snow Allegras. And because we watched hers all the time, I was like, you know what? I want to draw Snow Allegra. So that's how I can like that illustration you got behind you, Lance. That's why
Oh,
I made
yeah.
my first one because I was inspired to
Oh,
illustrate. Yeah,
that's
I was
dope.
super into the minimal style at the time, and I still am, even though
Yeah.
I add more detail now. Um, and I had to draw her because I was watching her tiny desk video like multiple times a day because Jaden is the only thing that got him to sleep, and me and Jordan love it too.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
he's a great artist, but
Yeah.
yeah, and then it just popped off from then. Like somebody asked me to make stickers. Oh yeah, Melanie. You know Melanie, right? Melanie Tactile, or she's married.
Oh,
Melanie Polo.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember she messaged me. She's like, if you make, because I made a Frank Ocean illustration too. I was just making all my favorite artists. She was like, if you make this into a sticker, I would buy it because I want to like use it for something. And then I researched how to make my own stickers. Because I found it was more cost effective to make my own because I have the machinery at home and all the supplies for it rather than like ordering in bulk. And what if they don't
Mhm.
sell out if I have to order
Yeah.
in large quantities? And I figured it out. Like over time, I was able to create my own stickers at home. Everything is produced by me, like by the Cricut machine that I have, and then like I laminate everything by hand. I like hand select everything to make sure everything looks perfect, and I
Yeah.
perfected it like over the months. But yeah, like everybody was just sharing my work all the time on Instagram. Sharing it on my stories has helped me a lot. I did a few giveaways in the past, and it just it kind of just happened. This whole small business happened. I didn't pre-plan it. People asked me if they can buy it off of me, and I said yes. That's basically how this whole business. Yeah, that's how this business started. And I was just like,
Is
what
it
the
this
hell?
one?
Like, let's just do it. Fine. Yeah, that
Yeah,
is one of
that
my
one.
first stickers ever. And
Yeah, yeah.
Lance, you're like my second customer ever for everything. Like, I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, I love these stickers. Yeah, that's dope. That's sick. Cause I know I know for a fact which one's the first ones and which one's the recent ones
Oh yeah,
because
they feel and look different, right?
your
Like,
product has like improved each and every
thank
time.
you so much. And
Not
that's what I
not
want. I just
not
want it to
saying
be
that
like
your
more
first product
perfect.
was like trash or anything, but it
Hmm.
just improved. Like it kept going and
Definitely.
going and going and going. Like I could feel it for sure.
I
Yeah.
definitely agree with you.
Growth, crazy, right?
No,
Growth is
yeah.
crazy.
I
I
almost
know
have
that.
every sticker almost, I think.
Yeah, I think you have yeah, pretty much almost everything.
All the ones that are ever like at least I got hell of them because dude, I love these stickers.
I appreciate it. Thank
This is
you.
just amazing like idea, you know, just
It
having like
is.
hip hop art, you know, like
Mhm.
it's such amazing. Is your did your prints come out first or was it your sticker? Your prints
Oh,
came out first,
it's a
right?
print. Yeah, the prints came
Yeah.
out first.
Yeah, okay.
It
Okay.
was like a week after I did my prints. That's when my Melanie was like, "Do you make stickers?" And then I tested it
Mm,
out. I was running it under the faucet to make sure they're all waterproof, and it was. And I was like, "Yes!"
damn.
I
That's
was hella
crazy.
excited.
That's crazy.
Hey,
But
that's
yeah,
what's
stickers are
up.
good. If
Yeah.
there's one thing I learned from selling stickers, I didn't know how many people are so into collecting stickers.
Oh, dude,
But
sticker
it's
game
like,
is crazy.
yeah, I
Yeah.
had no idea. And then
It's nuts.
and I'm glad that to have done it, because like I met a lot of sticker collectors, and if you like TV shows, like whoever's viral or like these musicians that I'm doing, then it's like perfect because I want to make a sticker for almost everyone possible. Like that's like a
Oh,
hit right now, or my favorite artists too. Like it's a
Hmm.
yeah.
mixture of like people request or like whoever like I'm into at the moment, or my favorites from the past, or new artists that I've found.
That's amazing.
But yeah, I
Got you.
love it.
I got you. So when did you realize? Because I feel like you have a very distinct art style with everything. Say some of the portraits and everything, the prints that you make, you illustrate.
Mhm.
Like I thought it was super cool that like you'll recreate like a certain moment, right? Or like a pose or something, right? But then it was like, oh, they don't have like their faces aren't kind of really there. And then I thought that was like super dope. But then I was like also like really super interested in like your colors and then like I don't know, is it shading? The shading you do for certain things, like just the different tones for like certain people with like their faces and everything. And I was just like, you were talking about like how you were like really into like painting and watercolors, and like it all makes sense now. But how did you realize like this was like kind of your style, or like is this? Would you say like this is like very much your style now, or?
Actually, yeah. I never really so growing up, I've always like tested out different styles to try to figure out what was me. And I would say like my interests changed like every few months or whatever. But I'm super into like minimal stuff, and at the same time I love small details. Like I don't know if that makes sense to you. I was inspired by I forgot like where I found it, but I remember when I was like looking through different artists' Instagrams, I got inspired by like the no eyes look. And then over time I feel like that got really popular. So I'm sure you've seen like similar
Mhm.
style art, and people would like
Mhm.
send me like, "Oh, is this you?" And I'm like, "No," because there's always something that I add on mine to try and make mine look different.
I got
I just love the minimal style, like silhouettes. I was always into that. Um, that's why I don't always like add all the details on the face,
you. Mm.
unless I feel really compelled to. It just sometimes I will add the eyes, like just because I feel like it. But on the most part, I don't. And as for colors, I pay attention to that when I'm searching during like the image search and stuff.
Mhm.
Like what colors stand out to me, what background color I feel like doing. Because a lot of the time I tend to choose the background color that's in the original photo, or I'll
Mhm.
just choose my own and see what like works well. Um, and for choosing images, I really go off of like color or style. Like if I can imagine it as an illustration, then I can just do it. But if I can't, then obviously I'll skip through it. And sometimes it can take me like a few minutes to find an image of an artist, or it
Mhm.
can take me like up to a few days because I'll have multiple saved and I'll be like, I don't know which one's my favorite. I have to like step
Oh
back and
dang!
like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So
That
like
makes
I
sense.
really I spend a lot of time like trying to prepare for each illustration, and yeah, I have so many ideas. I always have to write everything down. I'm like, how do I want to go about this? Blah blah blah. I don't know if you notice in every illustration, I individually hand draw like all of their eyebrows. because I love that hair
Oh,
detail. It always like
Yes.
shit.
takes me back to
Yes.
Wow.
so like
I
it's
didn't
like
know
super
that.
like their face is like a solid color, and then I
Hmm.
like to add the shadows obviously for dimension.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I love like this. I love the details in the hair, like the facial hair.
Yes.
I love and like
Yes.
the hair on the head. Like I love the very fine details. I
The
feel like that's a super good contrast
Yeah,
with
like
the
the
simplicity of yeah,
visuals.
exactly.
the
Yeah.
Straight
Anderson
hair.
Pack one, the single Anderson Pack one, but then the Anderson Pack and the Bruno Mars one. I saw that. I was just like, dude, this goes so hard. This is
Thank you.
crazy.
Those are my favorite. Like I love Anderson Paak so much. Like
Ah,
especially when I really love the artist, like I tend to put like the most effort into it. Like I hate to be biased, but it's like cause
No.
when I
that's
work
what's
on an
up.
artist, I have to listen to their music and it just makes me more
Hmm.
like into it. Or I have
Yeah.
to watch the show or
It makes
whoever I'm
sense now,
drawing.
like the Outcast one.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
it
I
makes sense.
love that
Oh,
one. I
dude, that
thought
one's
that
so
was a
good.
cool iconic picture. And I specifically chose that one because that photo was taken in the 90s just to make it for my
Hmm.
90s.
Ah,
Like, yeah.
Mm,
'Cause I could
okay.
have
yeah.
chosen a picture from like the early 2000s, but I was like, no,
Yeah.
everything has to be from the 90s. Even if the image quality is like crappy, I'll try my best to make it as detailed as I can. But
Yeah, that
I
detail
love the
alone,
challenge.
like you following the timeline, that's already amazing enough. You know, some people don't
Yeah.
even bother to do that, you know? They'll
Thank
just
you.
throw like 2000s, 80s, 90s and
Oh
say, "Oh,
yeah, no.
90s pack," you know?
Like if
Like
I say 90s, it's all gonna be from the 90s.
yeah.
I have to
Yeah,
choose
so
from
those
that.
like that little detail, that's amazing and not a lot of people follow that. And that's
Right, yeah.
really
I wasn't sure.
that's a really
Yeah.
dope mindset to do that. That's
Thank
great.
you. Like I wasn't sure who was gonna pay attention to that, but like those kind of details really matter to me.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't even care if no if it doesn't matter to anyone else, but like I'm very particular with how I want to present my work. So
Mhm.
like I'll do a lot of mental brainstorm or sometimes I have to write these things down just to make sure I'm following the way I want to do it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm like really appreciative that you noticed that too and
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely,
it
definitely.
makes it mean more, definitely.
Do you what products are you selling at the moment and what new products if you can tell us in the future that we
Yeah.
can see from Made by
Oh,
Lizette?
yes.
So currently, my main products are prints and stickers.
Hmm.
Sometimes I have keychains and acrylic pins as well.
Mhm.
Just depending if I have time to get those orders in, because I don't make those at home. I have to order it from somewhere.
Hmm.
But
Mm.
I mean, those have been a hit too. Like sometimes I'll see people, they'll show me like it's on their bag, like their pins, or if they have their pins on their clothing, and it's really dope. Like I
Yeah.
love seeing that like in a smaller scale, and the keychains are fun too. Like oh, I love getting those made. Anyway, in the future, I still have a collab going on with this one girl that does clothing. I've been trying to test out different like t-shirt vendors and stuff because I still want to get my a lot of my artwork on shirts and tote bags. I'm just figuring out like what's cost effective, where I can go about like with good quality because I've been wanting to do this for a while. But anyway, I did a collab with one of my good friends, one of my new friends actually. Her name is Tay, and like her clothing company is doing so damn good. Like I don't know, I've always loved her work, so I was like so honored when we became friends and when we met at one of my pop-ups and she was like we need to collab one day, and we did like this t-shirt with like raising queens where we put like four iconic women on a t-shirt and we
I
sold it
seen
Hmm.
as
that.
stickers. And we
Yeah.
also have one for boys too because her brand was used to be for kids but now it's targeted to like adults and kids now. But I'm
Oh,
not gonna say what artists I have next on here, but we're gonna be releasing two more t-shirts for that. We still have that in the works because both of us have our own stuff going on. So maybe in
Hmm.
the next month or so,
Yeah.
releasing more new shirts.
okay.
What else in the
Cool.
future? I want to do tote bags personally.
Oh, that would be
Ooh.
fire. The tote
Wait.
bags.
Yeah,
What?
Hey.
I just gotta figure out like
Like
how
tote
I can
bags with
do
this like the designs on it like
that
that?
design. Yes.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
that would
Hell
go
Um,
yeah.
so
Hell
hard.
yeah.
Go so
Yes.
hard.
that's my goal. One of my goals this year is to get it on to figure out like what t-shirt place I can get this done, and if anyone can print on a tote bag for me, like that would be great because I would use that every day.
Oh
And
yeah. Same
yeah,
here. Same here. For sure. For sure.
and then what
Have you-
else?
What
Let's
about
see.
cups? You ever thought about doing cups?
Oh yeah, actually I did mugs last year. I
Mm.
figured out a way to do it at home, and
Okay.
it's supposed to be like waterproof and stuff, but those actually ended up failing.
Hmm.
Mm.
A few customers have showed me that like the artwork is washing off, and I
Oh, okay.
couldn't fund them, and I was heartbroken. I was so sad. I was hella excited for cups and mugs, but
Mm.
I realized that those kind of things, I don't have the right equipment at home to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I got
I
you.
also have to figure out where I can get those professionally made. And I know I can find a place. I've just
Mm-hmm.
been so focused on like my current drops and what I'm doing right now
Yeah, yeah,
before
yeah.
I introduce these new products. But I definitely want to bring more than just prints and stickers. Another new thing that I wanted to do was birthday cards because I did Christmas
Ooh,
cards during the
That
that'll be
would,
holidays.
sick.
You
That'll
know?
be kind of sick.
Yeah. So
hey,
like
That'll be fucking. That'll
maybe
be
like
yes,
a
birthday
song
card.
lyric or maybe like
Oh,
a pun or
a
something.
song lyric. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and
bruh.
Oh,
incorporate birthday with that.
yes.
Jordan's really good at doing puns and coming up with like stuff like
Oh,
this.
yes,
He helped me
yes.
with my
Jordan's the
holiday cards.
master.
I
Jordan's
know,
the
so like
master of
we
that.
gotta combine our brain power, but
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
Wow.
so
Dude, if you
I
do
want to do
song lyrics with birthday cards or Christmas, however, bro, I'm about to buy like
that.
1,000 of them. That's my
I,
thing. That's
I,
everybody's thing, like posting on Instagram
Right.
Live, putting like a
yes,
post, putting the lyrics on
yes.
there, and why not put it on a card,
Hey,
to
I
give it to
you
know.
know what? You need to jump on the NFT hype.
Oh, I
Woo!
was gonna bring that up too.
Oh,
Multiple people have contacted me. They're like, "You're a digital artist. You need to do your research on NFTs." And I'm gonna be honest, I haven't done much yet, just because of everything I've been working on. But I am interested, and I know I should get started soon. But you are correct.
ask
Wow.
Jordan because him and NBA Top Shot.
Yeah,
Oh,
right. I know. He's like, you need to get on this NFT hype, like since you're doing digital work. But one of my
oh
friends that I've
my
met
God.
over Instagram, she's doing she did her first NFT, and she actually isn't a digital artist. She was actually selling like her paintings, and then
Hmm.
but she's capable of doing digital art too. Like she's really creative. And
Hmm.
then
Yeah.
she was like, "This is more up your alley too. Like you should go for it." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know I should, but I know I need to stop slacking. I need to do more research on that." But you like so many people are telling me, and everyone's right.
Dude, the
Bro,
NFT
wow.
things I could see like if like you could somehow create like recreate some of your illustrations, but like like 3D. If it like you imagine it on like a cube or something, or if it
Yeah.
rotates, as it rotates, it always kind of like I don't know, like it kind of pops, but it's the same thing. I might be describing that
No,
horribly, but
I know what you
yeah,
mean.
it's
Ooh.
crazy that that and
Oh, that would be wild.
a like fuck Hallmark. I can see all your birthday cards at Target and any major store.
Thank you.
Papyrus and all that.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah,
waiting for
things
the
like
birthday
that.
card release. Like I'll be first in line for that.
All right, yeah, let's do
That's
it. But I got the
that's
good stuff. I got like the right paper for it. I got everything I need to make them. I just have to make it. Like I just need to
that's
draw it.
that's an amazing idea. Like,
And
cause like I
birthday
said, like
art.
everybody does those quotes on Instagram, the lyric quotes. Like that's an amazing. That's amazing.
Thank you.
That's crazy. I'm actually
'Cause
I'm really hyped for that.
you're such a supportive friend. Thank you.
Actually, I love that. I love that, dude. But
So, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
oh no, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so like you do a lot of stickers and your prints. We asked this a little earlier off camera, but like, how do you know what image to pick or like the poses that you pick and everything from like whether it be hip hop or pop music or R&B or TV shows, what have you, etc. Like,
Can I
how
can
do
I
you
can I
know?
show my favorite ones after this question because
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
go
go
ahead.
ahead because like
this
earlier I said the Outcast one goes super hard.
yes
That
yes
Thank you.
that one's just like iconic. Like you think Outcast, like that's what. Sorry, excuse me. That's what you see. That one, the Anderson Pack one, the detail that you went onto that one goes super
yes
hard.
Appreciate
The Anderson
yes.
Pack and Bruno Mars one, that one goes super hard. What else went? Dude, I am in love with your Tribe Called Quest one. That one is like
Oh,
Oh,
that is
that
one of my
this one.
favorites. Thank
that
you.
that
I love that.
I saw that and then I was like, dude, this shit hits the soul.
I know I spent so I love A Tribe Called Quest. Like I feel like it just brings me way back, like
Yeah.
Mhm.
because it's so nostalgic listening to them. And then but yeah, anyway, like how I go about like finding my images and finding the right images. Um so I actually have like a long ass list on my phone of people to draw. A lot of it's like my ideas,
Hmm.
ideas from friends and family, and then random people that hit me up on my DMs that are like, "Can you draw this person or illustrate this person?" And honestly, I go off on who like I'm in the mood to draw next.
Hmm.
Like, because
Hmm.
if I'm not in the mood to draw like a specific artist or a person, like I'm gonna take forever on it, or
Mm.
I'm gonna make it like I'm not gonna give my best. So I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to be
yeah.
like into it at the moment. Maybe I'll listen to their music, or I don't know, or it's just someone that I just have the urge to draw. I know it sounds kind of weird, but if they look like someone that I want to draw, I mean, I want to draw everyone, but like if there's something about them that I really want to draw, like whether it's their hair or the way their eyebrows look, or I don't know, like the kind of clothes they wear, then I'm just gonna choose them next. And
Yeah.
then in terms of finding a picture, I remember mentioning this earlier. Like I go off like colors, the quality of the image counts too, or the pose. Like if the quality is kind of crappy, but I really love the pose,
Mm-hmm.
then
Mm.
I'll choose that image. Sometimes I'll use well-known images, or
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I'll use images that I feel like aren't really well known, but you can still tell that it's them. Um, I don't know if that makes sense, but
No, yeah. No, that
I
definitely
get
does.
yeah, like
that.
I
Yeah.
spend hella time. Like I'll either look on this artist's Instagram for pictures, so it's like personal photos that they took,
Mm-hmm.
um, or I'll, like Google it or something and find like either GQ shots or something, or
Mm.
any other picture from like an old photo shoot where like the colors stand out, the outfit stands out, or like the overall style of it. And if I can imagine that in, as an illustration, like how I want to go about like the textures and everything, then I'm gonna do it. Like that Anderson Pack one, like I like love the color of his shirts on that image, and like the background color, like it was so vibrant. And usually my stuff, I mean my stuff are pretty colorful too, but I just loved how vibrant that is. I feel like it goes well with his personality, and I was like, this captures Anderson Pack to me, so I'm gonna illustrate it just because it's like, I don't know, it just looked like a dope ass picture to me. And I thought it would look great as an illustration, and it did. It was one of my popular ones. And
Yeah,
um
yeah.
It,
like for instance,
it's
like
so
that
good.
A Tribe Called Quest one, I spent hella long looking for
No,
a
this is
picture.
some detailed ass shit right here. This is
Yeah, and the
crazy.
reason
I
why
love
I
this.
chose that picture was because of how detailed it was. At first I was gonna like choose a simple one because I'm like, great, I gotta illustrate four people. That's gonna take me hella long. But I wasn't really into the photos I found, even though like you can tell who they are, like if I were to draw them. But when I found that specific image, it was actually in black and white. I
Mm.
had to find a different image of them wearing the same outfit, but
Oh
I wanted
shit.
that pose. So
Yeah.
I also never mentioned this. When I do my illustrations, even custom illustrations of like people, sometimes I don't go off of one picture. I'll go off of multiple sometimes. Sometimes I'll go off of like two or even three or four. Um, I'll choose a pose from one. I can choose an outfit from a different one, or I'll choose a color scheme from a different one. And
Mhm.
sometimes when I have people send me custom or requests for custom illustrations of like their family, let's say, sometimes I'll ask them like, can you can send me more than one picture and I can make it all into one drawing, like one unique drawing.
Oh
So
shit.
sometimes I do that with that. Like the A Tribe
Yeah.
Called Quest one, I went off of two different pictures and
Oh
just to
shit.
create that. Yeah, because I could not find that picture in color, but I
Yeah.
really had to draw it. Like I love the details in their clothes. Um, it's all
That's
of them
crazy.
standing next to each other.
Yeah.
It's a nice ass picture, and you can tell it's them. But
That's dope because
Dude.
like I noticed that all your stickers, you do your homework or you know the style of each artist. Like, for example, like MF Doom. Like you could have gone with just the mask. You could have gone with like him just wearing his just like a plain black shirt and everything. But
right,
you went with his New York style with his hat and his jersey. Not a lot
thank
of
you,
people
and
know that style. Not a lot of people know
yeah,
that pose. That was like iconic because he's real New
thank
York. You know,
you.
he's real happens.
And also, let me tell you something. It's also kind of embarrassing to say. Like some of the artists that people request to, like sometimes I don't know them very well. I'm gonna be super straight up. I didn't know who MF Doom was really until
Mhm.
recently,
Mm-hmm.
No,
and
and you
then I
picked the
started.
perfect picture. That's
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
crazy.
you
you. So
did.
I
You
did my
did.
research on him, right? And I was like, a lot of people love him. I gotta like play some of his music too. And I was like, okay, like let's see like where he's from, like who he's about.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why I was very compelled to draw him in that style too, like kind of like a comic book style. But
Because
um
that's him.
I don't. I just
Yeah.
really wanted to like. I think it was the way his mask was made me
Mhm.
want to draw it more in that style, and and I felt like it really matched to like the whole comic book style and him. And then I found out
Yes.
where he was from.
Yes.
Yes. His
I had to use
whole
that picture.
his whole
It's
aesthetic. You look at his like discography, you think of the food, or you think of like his special herbs and spices mixes and everything, and like just like his whole persona. Sorry, I'm a big ass MF Doom
he's a
fan.
big
Oh
Kyle's a
yeah,
big
me
MF
MF
too.
Doom fan.
MF Doom is like top 5 rappers of like all time.
Yeah.
And like you drew that, and I was just like, it's so iconic. It's him in the New York Knicks jersey, right? And then it's like the New York Yankees hat, and then the signature Doom mask and everything, holding the mic. And then it's just like, yeah, you said it's kind of like a comic book art style, but like that's him. He is hip hop supervillain.
Yeah,
He's the guy. He's the bad guy, or like the boogeyman of like hip hop and everything. But it's like it's the bad guy that always comes back, you know. And I was just like,
Yes. Yes.
oh,
well, I
man,
appreciate that. Thank
just
you.
your artwork touches me.
It's
It
a
Oh,
just
thanks so
it's
much.
really about detail and just you're so up to date with the times. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
this one,
try.
like Pop Smoke. I tell you this, Pop Smoke. This is a controversial album cover because Virgil made this album cover, and you made this
Yeah.
as a sticker. That's crazy, you know. Or like Travis Scott, like the whole like meme thing.
Oh
That
yeah.
that one's crazy, you know. Or like the
I
versus battle
know.
with E40 and Too Short. Like
that.
you're up.
Yeah.
This one's crazy.
Uh,
That
This
one
one's
was hard to
nice with
make
it.
actually
Yeah.
because I went off of two different scenes on verses to
mhm.
choose my favorite E40 pose and then to choose my favorite too short pose because you can't find that exact scene
Yeah,
of
no.
that pose that I did. But then when I did that, I was like, I need to add them like doing like I don't know. I just love like how Too Short was in that jacket. I was like, that is so him. And then E40 was drunk as hell doing that silly dance that he did. That
Hey,
was like my highlight
Yeah.
hey,
I
in the
mean,
that
moment,
video,
just
and
hitting it,
gotta
you
at
know,
the time,
fam.
right?
it's like it's amazing how you hit like oh the WandaVision. I love the
Oh,
WandaVision.
I
This
love that. I
one
had to do the
that
split tour with the
yeah
hour
that
song.
one. It's just really crazy how your images are like up to
Mm.
date. You know what poses to make and what poses that's them. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
Like
you.
Andre 3000. This is him. This is what
I
we
love that one.
Oh,
you
with the
know
fro, yup.
I really
yeah
love. Yeah, I
or
love that one. When I saw that
Kobe
picture, I was like, I
Bryant's
need it.
yeah
I
like
love that
it's
one too.
what's another one? That's Aaliyah. Aaliyah's pose right here is from her album. That's the most
Yeah.
pose we remember her
Lance, you
from.
just need to hold them all up, man. Honestly,
I know, you can't
honestly.
you know,
I know.
but
Lance has like all my stickers.
yeah,
The
the
Lauren Hill one, I
Lauren
love
Hill
that
Lauren
one.
Hill.
one.
Oh my god.
Dude, it's just like or Doc this is my favorite because you captured Dr. Dre's picture when he first came up in NWA. And that's amazing because
Oh
a lot
yeah,
of
I
people
had to choose
remember
an old
not a lot of
picture.
people yeah, remember a lot of people remember him as like the 2000 Chronic or the Chronic, but
Mm-hmm.
NWA, this is where he
Yeah.
started and you picked this pose.
Hmm.
This was the pose next to either Snoop Dogg, I remember, or somewhere, but
Yeah.
you just know how to pick them, and that's
Well, thank
amazing, you
you.
know?
Really
Like a lot of
appreciate it.
artists doesn't a lot of artists, not to, clown anybody, but a lot of artists pick sometimes the wrong image on the person. You just like, "Who is this person?" Like, this is not what I remember. But
Yeah.
you gave everybody, like, a sight to remember all these images because it's where we grew up with, you know? This is
Thank you.
it's really crazy, and I just love them. I just love all your
I
stickers, bro.
appreciate it. And I'm glad like you noticed like which kind of images I chose and
Yeah,
how I went about
yeah,
my style. Like I really appreciate that. Like when somebody notices like the effort that I put into making these. But
oh, yeah.
even when
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
to do my own research on the artist, like then
Mhm.
I will then and figure out like what feels right to me, like when I choose the image and how I draw it
Exactly.
too. But
Yeah, yeah. That I mean, that goes to the next question. Like, how do you find inspiration in making the stickers? Like, do you like go on YouTube and watch concerts to see like old concerts to see, oh, let me make this image right here, or like albums when they come out, TV shows that you watch, like how what's the inspiration behind everything?
Um, this is kind of tricky. I think it also depends on my mood, but
Okay.
like if I'm really in the mood to draw something, then I'll either listen to their music, or if
Mhm.
it's like a TV show or a movie I'm watching, like let's say I'm drawing a character, then obviously I'll be watching it, or I'll like look back and like watch old clips of them just to make
Mhm.
me like feel inspired again. I was like, man, like um, I have to capture their personality or capture like who they are, and it will like I don't know how to explain and try to incorporate that into the style that I'm doing, like I don't know. It's like so like I don't know how to put it into words, but then definitely have to like for musical artists, I definitely have to play their music, or
Okay.
I'll like think back like when I attended a concert, or
Yeah.
I'll even like go on their Instagram and see what they're up to or something.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
And that's okay. No, that makes sense. Like the Tiny Desk. You watch a lot of Tiny Desk with your son, right?
Yeah, I do.
Do
It's
you get a lot of
holographic.
inspiration from them? Because I know he likes the Snow Allegra one. He just started like, did he like the Mac Miller one? I forgot if you guys played that one.
Yeah, we watch that one all the time.
Yeah, the
And
Mac
I
Miller
was actually
one.
I was replaying that one when I drew Mac Miller.
Mm.
And I was like, I added like more of his music onto my Spotify, and I was like, man, I was like, I really, really have to make this guy into a sticker. Like this is this artist is amazing. But
Have
yeah,
So,
have you made, sorry, to interrupt, but have you made like the Roots sticker yet? Or like a Questlove
no.
sticker?
oh,
Oh my
oh, Kyle would go
goodness,
insane for those ones. He would go insane for
yeah.
You
those.
I gotta do
know?
like another. Yeah, I gotta do
You
like a whole.
know, you could do a whole Tiny Desk drop like
I
inspired thing, dude.
know.
Just
Oh my
all
gosh,
right,
yeah.
there you go. Write it down, girl.
I can have them like a scene from their tiny desk moment, like the outfit they're wearing or
Mm-hmm.
something. Because
Mm-hmm.
people remember these things. Like if you ask me, like I don't know, like Snow Allegro's tiny desk. Like I feel like I already memorized her makeup and her outfit that
Mm-hmm.
day. But yeah, definitely. Like I love the tiny desk ones just because like everything is like more toned down compared to like the original music and
Hmm.
it's like more of an intimate setting and I don't know, I just feel like it's more personal when you watch them. But
Yeah.
those are like my
Yeah.
favorite ways to listen to an artist is their tiny desk music. And I might be biased just because it calms my son down, it helps him sleep at night, but
Mm-hmm.
that's also why I love it, just because like it's something that we can listen to as a family. Because
Yeah.
obviously Jordan loves it too,
Yeah.
and I'm just
Yeah.
glad that we have the same taste in music that we can listen to all of these together.
Uh,
And Jaden doesn't seem to mind either, so it's really dope.
Have you ever thought about making the stickers with the album covers by chance?
Oh,
Yeah, like
I have
I don't
actually
know
I
what's a
have
good
thought
one,
about it.
like 50 Cent's Get Rich or Die Trying, that album
Oh wait,
cover,
50 Cent's a
or
good one to do.
yeah.
You guys, you can send me a list too. I don't mind adding more to it, just because I want to be covered for the rest of the year and have some
Oh,
people.
yeah, yeah.
oh, hey, for
But yeah,
sure.
how
Yeah,
did I even
but
think about him?
like with album covers, like they sometimes they have them on there, like Nas's like Godson or Ether or Nas's Illmatic or Stillmatic.
Yeah,
Those album covers are iconic, and with your artwork and you making those stickers, that'd be
Mm-hmm.
kind of sick. That'd be kind of
yeah.
sick as a
I
That
did
would be
think about
dope.
doing album covers before.
Mhm.
I think the reason why I didn't was just because like sometimes the image just didn't work out for me.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And I
No,
also
I
like
get that.
and then sometimes I try to choose images that I feel like aren't super well known, but then they're
Oh,
still recognizable. So you can be like, oh, like I like where's this image from? But I know that this is so and so, you know. But
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, it's
yeah.
not a bad idea to do album covers.
Mhm.
But I mean, like I don't know why album covers are not my first search whenever I'm looking for an image.
I
Mm-hmm.
got you. No,
No, I
I
feel
got
I
you.
you.
mean,
No,
like
I
if it's
got you.
memorable and iconic too, like it
Yeah.
would totally make sense to make that into a print too. That would be a dope ass print.
Yo, if
Ooh,
you could
In a
yes.
like,
square form.
I would love to see your take on the Kanye West bear.
Oh my god!
Oh,
If you
okay.
make
Yo,
those,
that
That
would
sounds
be. I don't
terrifying.
know
oh my god.
how you could do it. Or whatever. Damn, I'm
Woo!
thinking of like concepts now. But that'd be so dope, dude. Like,
Oh, like the 808s heartbreaks or the graduation bear. Oh
like
man.
yeah, dude. Like the graduation bear, and then like you see him like it takes off like the bear head, but you could still like clearly see it. But
You
underneath
know
it,
it's
it's
Kanye.
actually
Yeah.
Kanye, and then
Yeah.
it would be like the graduation Kanye or like the freaking like 808 heartbreaks Kanye with the sunglasses and everything, just like fuck the
Yeah.
world or something like that.
Oh shit.
That'd go so hard. I'd buy
Ooh,
50 of them.
ooh, I didn't think about drawing the bear though. Like
I freaking
that sounds
yeah.
hella fun, and I honestly love the colors on that
Mm,
bird too. Like,
that's
nice. See how I can try to do this. I might do it in a different style, but I'll play around with different styles because I feel like I'm
Yeah.
imagining it right now in different ways. But we'll
Hmm.
see. Sometimes I
Yeah.
really go off of my mood too. Like, what do I want to add? What do I want to change? But um, that's gonna be challenging. That's a good idea too. When it's like,
Hey,
oh, I want to see
hey.
your take on it. I'm like, oh, okay, challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Let's make this happen.
That goes so hard. But like speaking of which, so when do you know it's the right time to release a project or a piece that you're working on? Do you kind of go by like current events, or maybe there's like kind of like an industry standard of like how to do things? For example, for the podcast, if me and Lance will post and promote the podcast, we notice that Tuesdays are a really good day on social media because on the weekend everyone's kind of like doing their own thing. No one really kind of like
Yeah.
pays attention to that. Everyone hates Mondays, so like Monday's
Oh
not
yeah.
it. But then Tuesday's the next day, and that's when everyone's kind of like, oh, what did I miss over the weekend, etc., and all that stuff, right? So is
Right.
there kind of, well, what's the formula and everything for you on your
Yeah.
drops?
So for drawing my stuff and posting it, I honestly just post it whenever I'm done drawing.
Hmm.
Oh,
So
okay.
Okay.
sometimes it's like
Hey,
when
why not?
I don't really like pay attention to like how my Instagram looks like. Oh, I want these colors to match whatever. Like I'll literally just post whatever I feel like drawing at the time or whenever I'm ready to. But I don't know if you've noticed, all of my drops are always at 7 p.m. on Fridays. Just because usually Fridays are um paydays, and then
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Mm,
around the week people
Oh.
are on their phone all the time, so they're
makes
they're
sense.
gonna either have their reminders on or they'll be scrolling down like, oh, she did a drop. Let me go on our website. And
Mm-hmm.
I've done morning times. I've done other days before. It wasn't that successful, but usually like I'll get it all my orders in like Friday evening, and it goes into the weekend too. Like, cause
Mm-hmm.
during Saturdays you wake up, first thing you do is check your phone. Like, I know
Mm-hmm.
we shouldn't, but a lot of
Yeah.
people do. And then I'll get a lot of purchases in the morning, all throughout like the whole weekend, and then it slows down by the time the new week starts. But
Oh, okay.
Fridays have tended to be like the best days for me, so I
Mm-hmm.
usually try to plan for like Friday evenings.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. All right.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
Like just the
yeah.
whole planning and everything, the whole dropping, just when you're drawing and you finish, you post it up. Like that's amazing. Like like when you post it up, everybody's like joyful and like they always wait for the next
Thank
picture. Like
you.
I'd always
I
tell like
know.
people always wait for the next picture. Like what's the next thing she's gonna drop? You know? Have
Right? And then gotta make it scarce too. Like, whenever I draw stuff and then people are just like, "Is this available already?" I'm like, "Nope, you gotta wait because I'm gonna be
yeah.
releasing more stuff too, so you can just check, like give you more options when it's ready to order. Unless there's like Silk Sonic. When I found out they were gonna release a new song, I started drawing them already, and then
Mm,
luckily I finished by the time the song came out. Just because like I wanted to put so much detail into that one, and that week when it came out, I already had other stuff in mind that I was working on, so I couldn't finish that in like a couple days. I spent like over a week on that, but when I finally released it, I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna wait for Friday to drop this one, like, because that was like a hit. That was one of my favorites at the moment, and a lot
yeah.
of people loved it, and
Yeah.
they're a great duo. I was like, let
Yeah.
me just drop it on a. I think I just randomly posted it on a Tuesday, and I was like, available now, and then hella people started ordering it. I was like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah. Yeah.
great. Like, you sometimes some of these things you have to do at the right time. Like if you want to, I don't know, like make business out of it, or if you want to share it with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mhm.
the whole Bernie meme. When I saw him in that outfit
Mm,
during the
yeah.
inauguration, I was like, I need to draw him. Like I knew other people would have done it. So many people drew him, but I was like, I need to draw him too. And I
Yeah.
Yeah.
did. The very next day, I was like, I got stickers available, and then that was one of my most like my best selling stickers was
Hey, that's what's up.
Hello Random.
Hey,
I like
like you said, you got to make business decisions like that. You
Yeah,
just.
sometimes it's like spare of the moment stuff where like if something goes viral, like versus when I watched that, I was like, I need to make this into a sticker. I'm like, this is gonna be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That the E40 and two short one, that's honestly one of my best selling prints. Like,
no,
oh my
yeah, no
gosh,
lie.
that
That's
one
real
was
bait
selling
with it.
so much like in a span of like a couple of weeks. And I was like, dang everyone, like wait, slow down so I can buy more paper and and stuff. But it was nice, like I met a lot of friends through that.
Yeah.
I found one of my cousins on Instagram because it got shared so many times.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the E40 one got shared hella times on
Yeah.
Instagram, and then
No, it did.
somebody ordered from me. He ended up buying like hella prints. He spent like $200 on prints, and then he messaged.
Ooh.
He was like, "Oh, I meant to like I forgot what it was. He had a problem with his order. He needed to change something." And then
Yeah.
I found out that can you close it? Thank you. And then I found out it was one of my cousins that I haven't seen since I was 5, and then now we have
Oh
Oh
shared
man.
on social media.
shit.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
great.
And because he was like, "Oh, can you check my order?" Because I needed to add something. I forgot what the message was, and then I was like, "Sure." So I looked him up on the order. I was like, um, "I don't know why, but your last name sounds familiar." And I was just like, "Are you from Vallejo?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Is your brother so and so?" He's like, "Yeah." And I was just like, um. I think we're cousins, and the last time I saw you was when I was 5, like back in 1990 something.
Jeez.
Yeah,
That's
Wow.
and then
crazy.
he was like searching through my Instagram, and he was just like, I recognize you. Like, I remember you. Your dad is Danny. And I was like, yes. And I
Yeah.
was like, your dad is my Uncle Robert. And then hella laughing. He was like, oh, did you know they're together right now, drinking right now? I was like, what the heck? I'm like, this is hella random. I was like, our parents are together and we haven't seen each other in decades. Or,
Wow.
yeah, in a couple decades. And like, here
Uh,
we are.
That's crazy. So your art was bringing like family members to you. That's nuts that you haven't seen
Yeah.
in a long time. That's crazy. That's dope. Was there ever like an image that you saw, like you watching TV or music video that was like, oh shit, I gotta draw that right now? It was like an image that you're like, all right, I'm inspired. Like let me draw this right away after seeing that.
WandaVision.
WandaVision.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
I waited till the end because I wasn't sure which image. Wait, hold on. I think Molly just went. Maya, can you close the door, please? Sorry.
It's
You good?
okay.
You good?
Sorry. Oh my god. Sorry, can you just give me a moment? Like,
No problem.
Yeah.
We'll take this time to run a quick 1 minute ad, so we'll be right back, fam.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
You good?
You're all good. Just gonna disable it real quick.
Sorry about that.
No problem. We're just running the ad. I just turned off the camera for a second, so if anything's going on, we're good.
Are you gonna say hi, Jaden?
What's up, Jaden?
Sorry, my dog had an accident like right now. That's why I was
Oh,
like, wait, one
okay.
sec.
It's all good. It's all good. These things happen. Alright.
And I have highlight here.
For everybody in the stream, yo, thanks for joining us, fam. I'm glad everyone can come out.
Yes, sir.
Yo,
How's everybody doing
Gigs
tonight?
707, thank you for the gifted sub. Thank you, Lou, for tapping in.
Yes, sir.
Legionnaire, yo, Chris, thank you for tapping in. Fabby Davis, thank you for joining us, fam. Appreciate it, y'all. Thanks for the love. Oh, and we back.
We good. Good to go.
It's all good. It's all good. These things happen.
Sorry about that.
No, you good.
No, it just adds to, adds to how real the stream is, we live.
I know. It's on live, so we gotta. Sometimes there's mishaps, but yeah. Where did we leave off? I think I left off where
WandaVision?
reunited with my cousin. Oh yeah, and then like,
Yeah.
you asked me like, what, like if I watch something, like if I need to draw them right away. I was like, yeah, well, I think WandaVision was like one of the last ones, and I just like, I don't know, I really like how she looked when she was like with her superpowers and stuff. And
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, I like the red a lot. And then I remember when you messaged me because I already had a plan to draw her, and you're like, if you make WandaVision, I was like, okay, Lance is like one of my most supportive friends, most supportive customers. I'm like, I'm just gonna draw her right now then, because I plan to do it like the week later.
Okay.
But I was like, you know what? I want to draw her right now. I had hella fun drawing her.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
You drew it on, you released it on my birthday. I was like, oh shit. This is cool.
Oh yeah, that's right. And I
Yeah.
that was another reason why, because I remember like your birthday was coming up. I was like, what if I like release it on his birthday?
Yeah, I was like
You
the best
guys are
birthday gift.
supporting. I might as well.
Yeah. I loved it. I loved it. I loved every second of it.
Thank you.
Yo, sorry, off topic or off subject question, but is WandaVision that good? Everyone was talking about it. I haven't watched a single episode.
Well, yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, listen to that. Yeah, Jordan. I don't watch a lot of TV, but
Mhm.
Jordan, he keeps up with all those shows, and then I'll like go in and out, so I have to rewatch it again.
Uh-huh.
But then, but yes, like everyone, like
That good, huh?
everyone's
That
like,
good.
stuff about it. Yeah.
It's dope.
Okay.
I used to wait on Thursday nights at 12 midnight. I used to just wait until it comes out and then I watch it. I can't wait until Friday morning.
Oh, damn. Okay, okay.
It's
Like-
hella late at night too, right? It's like at midnight.
Yeah, yeah. And I would still wait. I'll be like, no, fuck it. I'm still waiting. I don't care. Like that was that good. I was like really hooked. I bought all the Funko Pops. And
Oh, that's cool. I'm pretty sure they're sold out now, right?
yeah, yeah. They're it's a great show. It's a great show, Kyle. But yeah, you should watch it.
Okay, okay.
But for all your stickers and prints, I see you do a lot of pop-ups. Like I see like every other month or every 2 months, you do a lot of pop-ups. Can you tell us like the experience about that?
Oh,
And
Yeah.
if
Like-
so, like well, how was it?
Like physical pop-ups at like a location?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
I actually only did like one market.
Mhm.
I met this one girl who just discovered my prints, and she ordered hella. Then she messaged me. She was like, I really like her stuff, and then we met. She runs this event in Vallejo. We might be having one sometime this month. So like I know some people like to attend these things. It's gonna be in Vallejo, but we'll be posting more about it when if everything's okay with COVID and stuff. But so I did her market. She hand chose like women owned business and BIPOC owned businesses.
Okay.
Obviously like into that criteria. And then she does like a variety of stuff. Like she sells plants. You know how everyone's into plants.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
can never go wrong with plants either. So she has her own plant shop, and then in the parking lot she wanted to invite hella vendors, like food vendors, dessert vendors, coffee,
Oh,
people
okay.
that sell jewelry, handmade jewelry, clothes, thrifted stuff, art, what else? Handmade, yeah. I think I said the majority of it. I forgot. There were people that I met that day, but she asked if we were interested, and that was my very first experience back in November, like being face to face with customers selling like my work. This is like something that I've always wanted to just try or do one day.
Mhm.
So I did that, and then because I became a part of that pop up, like I met so many new people. Like I met customers from the internet that I've never seen in person before.
Oh, shit.
I met new customers in person,
Yeah,
um, and it's just crazy, like how much like word spreads about your work, and then social media, like Instagram, is like a really, I don't know, it's a really great tool to advertise your work.
definitely,
And from
definitely.
then on, more people have discovered me. I have like a new like small business community in Monterey. Hella random, I know, but there's this woman that opened her this boutique, like the store in downtown Monterey, and it's really cool inside. Like it's a concept store. She supports a lot of local businesses and sells their products there,
Mhm.
and obviously we make money off of it too. And she found my prints because like not a lot of people sell like their printed artwork, and then I do a lot of like pop culture stuff, and
Mhm.
I try my best. I know I do a lot of hip hop artists, but I try my best to make my work suitable for like different audiences, which is why
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah,
I
yeah.
do memes, I do other music genres, I do TV shows sometimes or movies, and I always have like different ideas of what I want to do next because I want to make something for everyone. Like when you order my prints, it's your home decor, so I want to make something that would make your home feel more like home, or if like something
Mm.
that you really enjoy that you get to like look at if you appreciate the artwork too. So yeah, like she was really into how I had like such a variety, and she ordered like 30 different prints off of me, and we agreed to like sell it in frames at her store. And I don't know if you saw it on my Instagram, there's like this whole grid of like my prints on her
I
wall.
like that. Yeah, yeah, that was
Yeah,
pretty sick.
it's really nice. A lot of people, like a lot of customers, before they order it, they take a picture with that wall, and then they'll follow me on Instagram and tag me, and they'll just be like, "Oh, I love this, blah blah." Like, "Oh, I was hoping to see this artist, but I'll order it off from your website," and it's cool. Like,
Yeah,
in the Monterey area, like I met so many like other small business owners and just random customers. Everyone is so sweet and so
yeah,
supportive.
yeah.
Um, Obviously, like here in the Bay Area, like I have a community out here too. Somebody from San Francisco reached out to me, um, and was like, "Oh, I was interested if you wanted to be a part of our art show. It's for Evolved SF." Like, I don't know if you guys saw my post recently, but
Yeah.
it's like basically a collaboration of all Bay Area artists, like
Hmm.
from painters to illustrators, people that like take pictures and they like print out the photography, like it's all displayed in their art gallery. And this is the very first time that I got to be a part of an art gallery, and my stuff is on like for sale, up on their walls right now too, and it's going to be up for like over a month. So
Oh,
that's just like
shit.
the other thing. And then the same girl that hosted that market back in November, we have a pop-up on Saturday where she wants to support small businesses, and she chooses like one or two small businesses, and
Yeah.
we're like gonna we show up at her flower shop. And some of the 90s stuff that I'm drawing right now, like the TLC one that I did,
Mhm.
I'm drawing another one right now, but I'm not gonna say who because it'll be a surprise. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have some of those new stickers available, like because it's not gonna be on my website yet, but I'll have that
Yeah.
available at the pop-up. And then I'm trying to figure out what else I can have that's unique available at the end of the month for like the bigger market that we do. But yeah, I just wanted, I don't know. Those are like my experiences so far with like in terms of like being a part of like a pop up or whatever. But
Yeah.
so far I did like one market. I'm gonna do like another pop up at her store on Saturday. I finally got some experience in being a part of someone's store, like out in Monterey in the beginning of March, and then um, my stuff got to be a part of an art gallery at like just a few days ago.
Mhm.
This is all brand new to me, and I'm still learning. And I know there'll be like changes that I'll make like as we go, but um, none of this was all intended or planned. It all just happened because social media is a crazy thing, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
all people just reaching out to me. Like I'm shy too when it comes to like initiating these kind of things. So it's
Yeah.
just nice that people really view my work as like worth selling or putting out there like that.
Yeah. Did you, I forgot my question. Uh, wait, I have to okay, I have to go back.
No
I have to
We'll
go
come back to that.
again.
But um, like your art, a lot of the prints you do and everything, like you said, like it's all a lot of it is like hip hop related. Not just that, but ho- I guess how could you say like hip hop has impacted your life and your artwork? You know, like has it kind of like molded you into like the person you are and everything? Because you know, like for me and Lance, like hip hop is like our life. You know, like if
Yeah,
like we wouldn't be who we are today if it wasn't for hip hop.
man, that's a good question. Um, just because like I wouldn't say that I hella grew up listening to hip hop, just because
Mm-hmm.
like my family like they listen to different genres, and I was like the typical little girl always listening to pop. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
started off with that. I think hip hop was more introduced to me like throughout the end of middle school and high school, like
Mm-hmm.
just through some of my friends who like to listen to like older stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then I don't know, just like the way they talk about like their lives and how they incorporate it in their music, the
Yes.
way they include
Yeah.
like politics or something. I don't know. It's just you don't hear that in other genres and other music. I just feel like it's more deeper than that. And obviously like the beats too, like um hip hop is like its own unique genre, and
Mm-hmm.
it's feel very good listening to it. And then I feel like that inspired a lot of my work too. Like that's why I got into like more urban work as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like I don't know, they go really well together. And definitely like drawing the artist too, like being into like that kind of art style in high school, and then like kind of keeping that with me like growing up. Like now I'm drawing artists and people, which I've never done before. um I don't know how to explain. I just love how they provide art for us, like their music, they put their heart and soul into it. And then like just listening to that, when you listen to music that you feel really good. Like
Oh yeah.
whenever I listen to music, it's kind of random, like it makes me want to draw them. Like I don't know
That's
how to
good.
explain.
That's
It's kind
dope.
of like giving back, like, you know what, you're gonna give me art, and makes me feel inspired to put my art back and create you or something, or like recreate
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah. That's
yeah, I don't know how my art's gonna evolve in the next. Like I said, like it does change like every few months or every few years, or I get something new. I feel like my interests do change often. I can't always stick to one thing all the time. Like my business, for instance, I started off making macrame, and then it turned to prints and stickers all random.
Mhm.
So like, who knows what this is gonna turn into next year? But um,
Gotcha. Yeah. No, that's a beautiful thing that you said, like that hip hop is like an art form, and that's basically like a storytelling their politics. Because hip hop is probably the only genre that does do that.
yeah,
Like
yeah, I
really
agree.
puts their problems in the music and really shows it to the world. Because a lot of people stream their music, like tens of millions of people stream it, and people will listen to the music. So I mean, that's real beautiful what you said. Like that's definitely
Mhm.
true. It's a storytelling in hip hop, and that's
Definitely, it's more than just the beats too. Like if you
yeah.
really listen to
Mm-hmm.
like what they're talking about, like that can resonate with you. And you know,
So
like
yeah.
just the effort that these artists put into their albums, like makes you appreciate it more. And it's I
Hell
don't know
yeah.
how else to like I don't know how else to put it in words. I feel like I'm not good at
Yeah.
putting
No,
things in
it
words,
it
but
was beautiful. It was
hopefully you get what
good.
I'm saying.
No,
Thank
No, it was
you.
hey,
good. It was good. I love that. I love that shit. But what is your goal for your company for Made by Lizette? Like what's your end goal, and maybe in the future, like what's next? What's the next big step for you? If you
That
ever
is
thought
a
about
good
that?
question. It's like I actually didn't really think about that, just because when I started this business, I had no idea how it was gonna end up.
Yeah.
And I would like to say that the goals that I actually had are happening already. Like when I first started this, I was like, I want to be a vendor at a market or something, and like have my own stand and then meet people. And then I did that. And then I have another
Yeah.
opportunity coming up. And then my next goal was I want my artwork to sell at a store, like maybe like by consignment or something, or if they order in bulk. And then it
Yeah.
happened. Like
Oh
it
shit.
literally happened like a
Yeah.
few weeks after I made that goal. Like I didn't have to hit anyone up. Like she just contacted me, and I was like, yes, let's do it. And it's really helped my business a lot. And I feel like I made like a lot of friends and customers off of that. And I don't know. It's still kind of it's a scary thought, like to see where else I can take it. Like if I let's say I open my own shop or something, like I don't know, that could be
Yeah.
something in
That
like
would
the
be
next
sick.
5 or 10 years. Who knows? But
Yeah.
I would love to have my work like sold in other people's stores. Like if like any local stores, like
Yeah.
boutiques, or, I don't know, an art store or something. I want to like get into more art galleries or
Yeah.
participate in more art shows. If what's I don't know when, but if COVID ever does like get better and we start having more like local events, like the Treasure Island event, I don't know if they're ever gonna have that again.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah,
Yes, yes,
I've
yes, yes, yeah.
always I would love to if there's ever an event like that, like somewhere in the Bay Area. Just because I know I don't think it'll be in Treasure Island anymore because I think they're building like a residential area where they used to host it.
Mm.
But I would love to be a part of something that big one day.
Mm.
To actually instead of having a table to have like my own like tent and
It was
you know how to explain?
yeah, you're talking about like the art fair, right? They do like live music and like
Yeah,
the yeah. I
like
remember.
handmade stuff.
Mhm.
They have like a lot of food and it's like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
huge.
It's almost like a
It's like a
fair
big.
kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of like a fair, and it's like the whole weekend long. Like I know it sounds exhausting and stuff, but I would love to be a part of something that big one day. Um, just because I think like the first market that I did, the one in Vallejo, I forgot how many people showed up to that, but I would say like around 500 to 600. That's
Dang,
a decent amount.
that's
That's a
big.
That's a
decent amount.
lot. That's a
That's a
lot of people.
decent
Yeah, it
size.
is. I thought it was gonna be smaller because the first event she hosted was like only around 350 people, but then the second one, the lines were hella long, and
Oh shit.
we have to
Okay.
extend the hours. We have to extend for like another hour just because there's so many people, and
Okay.
yeah, like almost every product I had there all sold out. Like I sold out of my prints. I think I sold out of like the wooden paintings. I did some wooden paintings for that one too, and
Oh,
that
sick.
sold out too. And I only came home with like 20 stickers left, and I made like over 100. Like it was cool. Like just for that support, and then I just because when you see something in person too, it makes you want to buy it. So like those kind of events too, like I want people to see my work in person versus like online because
Hmm.
you can only see it like through your phone or your computer screens, but like just seeing it in person, like I just want to show you like the quality is pretty good. Like check it out. And I love even though I can be like kind of shy sometimes in person, actually no, I take that back. I don't think I am actually. Like
You seem
I
like a
really like
pretty
interacting
outgoing person.
with people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're pretty
I'm just
funny,
pretty
Lizette. You
outgoing,
and
and I
Jordan are
think
pretty
I
funny.
think like it's scary thinking about like having to interact with a lot of people, but
Hmm.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the market where I was talking face to face with the customers. I was answering their questions. Um, I was telling them like what else I was gonna release and talking about my artwork and stuff, and just seeing how happy they were like purchasing my stuff. Like it's really nice. Sometimes people DM me after they order something, and like I've just met like the sweetest people, and
Good. That's
yeah,
dope.
like just the whole in person stuff is like it's really dope. Like I love I know I love meeting people that feel happy about my artwork and stuff. It
Oh
makes
yeah.
makes it totally worth it for me.
Definitely. Did you ever think, if COVID ever never hit, did you think this business would still be going? Like, did you think
Oh
you would make that business?
yeah.
Because the way me and
That's
Kyle
the
think, like,
question.
we had this podcast going for 3 years. It was
Yeah,
on and off, on and off. But when COVID hit, we had time. We have a
Hmm.
lot of
right.
time, and so
And
we
I'm
made
gonna be
this.
honest.
Yeah, we made this, and we never thought we would interview people or review the music. Like, I met so many people through the quarantine, like through like
I
Instagram.
bet
Hmm.
Yeah,
that's amazing. And I know
so
you've actually like interviewed some local like music artists
yeah,
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's so cool.
it's amazing. It's
It
crazy, and
is.
I always wondered like if COVID never hit, did Mia Kyle would ever do this?
Right. And then
Kind of
to be
kind of like a
honest,
blessing.
like if COVID never hit, like if we never had the pandemic, I don't think I would have had time for this. I don't think I would have made time for this because before the
Yeah,
pandemic,
Ooh.
I wasn't making time for this. I was only taking like those random side jobs that if people were like, "Oh, can you make me like
Hmm.
this drawing for this, or can you help me make stuff for my wedding or invites for my kid's party?" Like I'll take small jobs like that. But
Hmm.
something I've always wanted to do was like really just put all my time into creating art and
Hmm.
um I don't know why. I just used to be embarrassed to admit that, like growing up, is that I was like, I'm so into art, and that's what I want to be, an artist. And I had the opportunity last year, and I'm just like, fuck it. I'm just sorry, excuse me. Like, I'm just gonna go for it. Like, I'll just do it, and I'll
yeah,
sell my work. Selling work is hard because you don't know if people are really gonna like
yeah,
support you like that.
yeah.
And I had to like increase my prices as like more people started contacting me to order and because I'm putting a lot of effort into this, and I spend a lot of money on like the stuff that I buy to like
Mhm.
my supplies, and but people really see your worth here, and I don't know, it's an amazing feeling. It keeps me going, but I feel like if the pandemic didn't happen, I'm not saying the pandemic was a great thing, but like because we had so much time and because everyone was home and people are so into supporting small businesses and a lot of
Yeah,
people are like starting small businesses. It was like inspiring for me to start my own too, just because everyone else was. And it all like happened at the same time. Like while I made my account to a business account, everyone else started doing like their own thing too. Like they're
Mm-hmm.
making their own food businesses,
Mhm.
baking.
Mm-hmm.
They're selling their own stuff, and it was nice to see like this little community of like small businesses support each other. And then everyone else that didn't run a small business, they were all for supporting local businesses.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah.
with the if we didn't have the pandemic, I don't think people would have been really into that. Um, People wouldn't have really cared enough to like want to have a small business. And like some people really needed the extra income too at the
Mm-hmm.
time.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
people were losing their jobs. It was a really crucial time too, like to like support each other. And um, it definitely helped. Like a lot of people are going strong still. It's been like about a year, and
Definitely.
yeah, like as crazy as last year was, I'm glad it did end up the way it did, and
Well,
I never thought Made by Lizette would have ever happened. And we'll see what happens this year, but I'm enjoying it so far, and it's been about a year since almost a year since I started, and
That's
um,
good.
it's
That's
yeah, I'm
good.
dope.
really grateful for the opportunities I've had and interviews like this. It's like the third one that I got to, and I'm like, yeah, let's talk about it.
Hey,
Like,
hey, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Why not?
But
Why not?
hey, we have a question from one of our viewers, bro, for like, hey, the homie Jet. He is asking a question for you. If Lance and I were Nickelodeon characters, who would they be?
oh my god, that's hella random.
I know that's
Oh
so
my god.
random. What
That's
would
a good ass question.
That is. Now I gotta think about like TV shows.
what would I be?
Hmm.
I'll be Mr. Han from Hey Arnold.
Oh, why was I thinking about Hey Arnold too? That is like my most
Damn.
favorite.
Yo, hey Arnold is my
Oh
Oh
favorite
yeah, that's right.
too.
That's
yeah,
one of my
yeah.
favorites.
Hey.
You can be him. Who can Jet be?
Play ball, play ball.
Oh my god. He's gonna be Eugene. I'm just kidding. No. Oh my gosh, I
Jinx.
love
Hey.
Mr. Win, Mr. Han or Mr. Win. But
Oh, was it
that
Mr. Win?
character was
Mr.
hella
Win.
fun.
I
Oh
feel
my
like
gosh,
I'd be Mr. Win because I'm Vietnamese fan. You gotta find another one. Yo, Lance would be Phoebe.
what character would you guys be?
Phoebe. Which one's Phoebe?
Helga's like best friend, the little Asian chick.
Oh, well,
Phoebe.
because I got long hair.
That's hella funny. You can be Phoebe
Yes.
Lance. Okay, I guess Lance is Phoebe. Maybe Jet can be Mr. Win. We used to scream play ball to each other all the time.
Play ball, play
Lance is the
That's
ball.
stoop kid.
Stoop kid. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
oh yeah, stupid.
stoop
I
kid
never leave
never
my
leaves
bed.
stoop.
I'm the stoop. Yeah, I'm the stoop kid. I'm the bed kid. I never leave my
Oh
bed.
my gosh. Or that chocolate loving kid. Oh,
Oh my god, the chocolate. This
Oh.
guy was on. You know that was a crackhead in
Oh my
in
god,
that
yeah.
TV show. You know that was a
Yeah,
crackhead.
the kid
You had to
version of
throw
a
that in.
crackhead.
and if you watch
Um
that show as an adult, you'll realize like there's some like really deep stuff in there that you don't notice as a kid, like
Yeah.
bruh,
homelessness and
I feel like that's how it is with like a lot of cartoons or like TV shows from the
Hell yeah.
90s and
yeah,
everything.
definitely.
Or Mr. Win, like how do you have to sacrifice his
Oh,
daughter?
the
That was
Christmas
a
story,
Oh
that
my
Christmas story,
yeah,
bruh, that
gosh,
shit
that's
made me
yeah.
cry all the time.
That shit's
yeah, me
crazy.
too. We were like hell
Yeah,
old too watching it. I was like, wow, this is like such a
yeah.
deep cartoon, but it was a great.
God,
It's a great
Yeah.
cartoon though. One of my
super.
favorites ever.
They don't make that like no more. It's
Uh,
always like weird cartoons now.
yeah.
I
I don't
agree.
know. But here's a question for you. This is my favorite question. We always ask this for like anyone that we interview that's from the Bay Area. But like, how has the Bay Area influenced you? Whether it's just your life, your artwork, whatever, like how has the Bay Area culture influenced your life?
Wow. Definitely music. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've created a lot of Bay Area artists. And I wish I can say I lived in different places to compare like people from
Mm-hmm.
wherever, but like I feel like people in the Bay Area, like it's so diverse here.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is so like accepting. Everyone is so supportive here and loving. I don't know how else to explain. It's like the culture, like they're big on art too. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like there's a lot of like talented artists that I've met out here that's inspired me
Oh
to
yeah.
like create the way I do. And, like this environment is just I don't know, like just a variety of different types of art. Um, Definitely has influenced the way I approach my work.
Hmm.
I don't know how to explain. It's like I feel like if I lived like I don't know in the middle of the country or something, I don't think I would have wanted to do this. I don't think I would have had that support out there,
Mm,
But like um, out here, like I don't know how to explain. It's just like there's so much culture here, and
yeah,
I love it.
no doubt. Yeah,
The
yeah,
support is crazy, and
yeah.
um, like the type of artwork I'm doing, like most of my customers are from here, even though I get it from like around the country. But it's just like I don't know what it is. Like the love from the people out here is like amazing.
Bro, that's
No,
Really
that's the
happy to
Bay
hear that.
Area.
yeah,
We
you
support our artists. We support people from here. It's just a sense of pride, right? It's
Yeah,
you're
it really
someone
is.
that's like homegrown and everything from here. They're trying to make it, and it's just like, dude, like we support that so much.
Yeah, and like I feel like we've all like grew up similarly, like
Hmm.
out here. It's not like we're in like the richest of richest communities. So
Hmm.
yeah,
like
Hmm.
when we grew up in LA, where we're not like super materialistic. Like
Hmm.
yeah,
I'll also explain. It's just like everyone I've met, like most people that I've met here. Like I know not every single person, but
Yeah.
everyone's like very humble or down to earth,
Yeah.
supportive,
Yeah.
or like everyone's talented in their own ways too, and I love
Hmm.
that. I'm sure that is like in any community too, but it's just um like I feel like I grew up in the right place, and
mhm.
I don't know, I
Oh.
just love the support here.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't think there's never a wrong answer to see why it has a big influence you because everybody has a different answer.
Yeah, there's definitely a different answer
Yeah,
for like different
yeah.
reasons too, but that's my experience.
It's definitely a crazy place to live in, but it's definitely
I
the probably the
know.
dopest place to live in because you meet a lot of great people for real, for real.
Seriously,
Yeah.
I agree.
So at the end of every interview, of course, so we ask
Oh.
top five dead or alive hip hop artists for you. If you want to do R&B, pop,
Ooh.
whatever the case may be, your favorite artist of all time.
Oh
So
my
five.
gosh. And you know how I mentioned that like my interests change all the time, so like it might be random from like old or new artists.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah. No, that's fine.
whatever you
It's
want.
not, yeah,
Yeah,
I'll just
yeah.
choose like at the top of my head like who like I just love. And dang, this is so hard because it's five. But right now, like my favorite female is Snow Allegra.
Okay.
'Cause I don't
Good
know, she
one.
really
I
gets
like
me into
that.
my feels. I remember when
Yes.
I think I discovered her around the same time you did, Lance. I
Yeah,
listened.
Chubbs introduced me to her.
Oh yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
because he kept posting her. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
give her a listen. I was like, man, I love her music. I still do.
Yeah.
Like, she's beautiful too.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she's a work of art. I love her
Yeah.
music. Like, she's like one of my top. I don't know if she's my top. Maybe she is. Yeah. Another one is like I love Anderson Paak. Like his music is unique. Like he has a lot of funk to it. There's something nostalgic about his music. It's kind of refreshing, and
Yeah.
at the same time, it's modern. I don't know how else to explain it, but I love his music right now too. Who else? There's another artist. Like he's not super big right now, but I love how soothing his music is, and I played him a lot for Jaden too. Is Masego.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh, I
I
love
also like
Masego.
I love Masego. I love jazz also, like super
Mm.
random. But in college, I realized like I really love listening to jazz. Whenever my teachers would play it, I'm like, man, this is like this always like made me productive. Like I don't know what it is, but I just love like the jazz aspect to Masego. Like he's a jazz hip hop artist.
Mhm.
I love how he combines that. And so that's three. Let's talk about an old group. I love A Tribe Called Quest. Like I
A
don't even know which
real
album I
one.
like them, but no, they're amazing. Even like their most recent album, they made a comeback like a few years ago. Like that album was amazing too. But I love them. So that's four. Damn, this is my fifth one. This is hard.
Yeah, the last one's always hard. I
Oh
always
my
tell
god,
people
this
the
is
last
so
one's
hard.
always hard.
Let me try to think of someone that I'm into like right now. Probably a toss up between her and SZA.
Her and SZA.
Yeah,
Ooh.
like
That's
'cause
crazy.
I know it's like I have like I don't know. I feel like it might change too. Like there's so many different artists that I like, but like I feel like I overplay like all these artists all the time, so I'm not really
Yeah.
sure who my favorite is. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
so just know that I love those five for sure. And then there's definitely more. But
Dude,
Yeah, yeah.
her had a music festival here like a year or two ago in
I didn't get to go to.
Yeah, in
Unfortunately.
Concord, and
Mhm.
like
Was it like
she
the Northern Lights Festival or some shit like
no,
that?
The
no,
Lights
no,
On
no.
Festival.
Oh, was it Lights On Festival? It's
I think
Oh,
curated
Lights On
by
Festival.
I think
her.
Oh, oh,
yeah,
okay.
I think
Yeah,
it was.
yeah, but
Good
I
stuff
could
about that.
totally see you having like an art booth there and everything and showcasing all your
Right?
stuff. Like
Really?
the vibes just match. Like that goes so crazy.
That would, oh man, that would be amazing if I something like that. Hell yeah, count me in.
Uh,
I would love to be a part of something like that. Oh, maybe we can add that as another goal. Let's
Ooh.
hey,
start having
Music
goals
festival.
like
Ooh,
music
a music
festivals, your
festival.
stuff,
I
yo.
mean,
You
they're
Resident artists.
they
they're
coming
coming
back.
back.
I
We
know.
just got we
Cross
just gotta
fingers
see.
that
Yeah, we just gotta
that'd be
see.
dope.
Well, those are top great artists. Or like those are dope top fives. I like that.
Thank you.
The Snow Allegra one, yeah, I love the Snow
Dude.
Allegra
I
one.
know I love her.
Her, the SZA, the Tribe Called Quest. The Tribe Called Quest fits your mood, like it fits your vibes.
Thank
You
you.
know,
Oh
it,
yeah,
it
I
does.
feel like
It's
they really influenced like a lot of my art style too.
hmm
Because like
Yeah.
I listened to them heavily in high school.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
high school, like especially in my art class, the teacher was like, "You can listen to music." She was hella chill because like
Okay.
she knows like we'll concentrate if you listen to music or do whatever we need to. And I found myself always listening to them. I don't know why, but I just really love their music.
that's dope. That's
I
dope.
feel it, Tribe Called Quest, like low key, down to earth, kind of humble, certain vibe, but like
Exactly.
super steezy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, no, like
Yes.
all at the same time. Like you put it in the words, I couldn't even explain how. I'm just like, how can I put this in words? Like why I love them so much. But yes, exactly. And like you can see how that influences like someone's artwork, you know?
Mm-hmm.
hmm
It really puts you in the mood.
That's definitely before we go though. I want to say this before Lizette. I've known you for a long time, like 10 plus years, and I've seen your art
Yeah, it's crazy.
grow. It's amazing what you do, and your work never goes overlooked. Like I always loved your work from the
Thank
beginning,
you.
and your like recognition is key in this group, of course, in this podcast. So I want to recognize your artwork. It's just an amazing thing to do, and you're bringing like, music back to life, and
Mm-hmm.
like you're making me love music every single time you like drop a sticker or
Thank
print or
you.
something. Like it's crazy how much you're catching the iconic moments. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a real
I'm glad you
blessing that
noticed.
you're what you're doing, and I'm happy that you're really achieving your goals, and that's really inspiring. You know?
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
glad you noticed all these little details that I'm not sure if
Oh yeah.
if you notice, I'm pretty sure there's other people that notice if they're analyzing too, but I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. No, it no, because like from the first time we heard your story and when the start of the podcast, like you drew like a sunflower and you won the county fair to like this now, owning your own business. That's like amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it
That's
just
an
came
amazing
about
achievement.
too.
You know what I'm saying? Like what do you, how would you have known when you're that little that you're gonna make your own business, that you're gonna love art, that
Right.
you're gonna make all this hip hop stickers, these pop stickers,
Like
TV
I
show
had no
stickers, you
idea.
know? You don't, and that's like an underground story. That's an amazing story, and that's what I always tell people from the Bay Area, that if you're born in the Bay Area, you're the most powerful people in the world, because there's a lot of creativity in the Bay Area. You know, it's
It
a lot of
really is.
directors, there's a
From
lot of
Mexico City
rappers.
area.
Yeah, it's just amazing, and to see one of my friends succeed in this is it's definitely crazy. It's definitely an
Thank
amazing
you. I really
experience.
appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey.
I just wanted to say that, because your work's never going unrecognized. Well,
Thank you, Lance.
everybody will always recognize your work for sure.
Really
Give
appreciate that. Really means a lot.
give your loved ones their flowers while they're still here, fam.
Yes.
Tell
Yes.
everyone you love them.
Right.
Tell all your homies, all your friends, your family you love them. Tell them how great you are and support your homies and what they do, fam. While
Yes.
they're still here on this earth.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Because sometimes you just never know how much people appreciate that. I never knew you viewed my work like that. But I appreciate this
Oh, yeah.
conversation.
I
That
study I study your work
awesome.
like I study lyrics. Like it's just
I
it's
really
just what
love
I do.
that. Thank
Yeah.
you.
You hit every spot, and every sticker that you came out with, you do your homework. And
I
that's
know you're like really passionate about music too, so that does
oh
mean a
yeah.
lot.
Yeah, that's from ever since I was 5 to now. I'm always passionate music, and
That's
I always
awesome.
all I know the history about it and everything, and you know the history about it as well too, and it makes me like damn, this is crazy,
That's
you
probably
know?
why we're friends.
Yeah, definitely,
Um,
definitely. Music comes together.
so where can everyone find you? Your socials, your story and everything. And if you want to give a little hint or something, when's the next project or drop coming out, or is
Yeah.
it still pretty hush hush?
Actually, my next drop is gonna be next Friday.
Okay.
It was supposed
Mm,
to be tomorrow actually, but
Mm-hmm.
I was really busy preparing for my Saturday pop up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, like I'm not gonna mention what other artists I'm gonna make, and
Okay.
obviously it's pop. But I have like a few more in mind, and if I have time, maybe I'll even have like a fourth one. But I'm gonna have like sticker packs for next Friday. Obviously, new prints and stickers. I'll have some like a limited amount of stickers of what I already have drawn available this Saturday at my friend's pop up in Vallejo.
mhm.
Um, but yeah, so next Friday. I just didn't post a countdown yet, but that's what the plan is.
Okay.
What
Okay.
was the question again? Like
Just
anything
your
like
socials, where they
oh
could
yeah.
find you, your store and everything.
So my Instagram is made.by.lizette, Lizeette. You can find me there. Let's see, my website is just my name,
Mhm,
lizetteann.com slash
Mhm.
shop. You don't have to put the shop part, but you can just go to lizetteann.com, like straight and simple. My website is Lizette Ann because that used to be my graphic design portfolio back in college.
Oh, okay.
And
oh, yeah,
instead of like
yeah.
remaking a new website to add my shop, I just decided to just bring that same website back online because I
Mhm.
already made it, and
Mhm.
then just add the shop aspect to it to make it easier if anyone's wondering why the name is like just my name. But
Mhm.
but yeah, you can find it there. Um, yeah.
All
You can
right.
Hey,
find me in Vallejo on Saturday. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll be posting the address again tomorrow.
cool.
And the times that you guys can slide through. I have a good friend that she hand makes clay earrings too, and my other friend Julie hosting this event for us. She sells plants and she hand chooses every plant for all you plant parents out there. If you're watching,
Mhm.
Plant
so
Everyone in
yeah,
here.
My
there's gonna be
plants would be dead if I was a parent. I'll tell you
I know.
that. I
Let's
don't take
fuck up
care
a
of that.
fucking cactus.
I
Yes.
know, like I didn't have a great thing, but I'm getting there. I bought my first plant from her actually, and
Oh,
she's still
okay.
driving right now, so like
Hey,
she
that's what's up.
we're
Nice, nice.
trying.
All
Hell yeah,
right.
hell yeah.
Well, I want to thank everyone for tapping in. Appreciate y'all. Much love. Thank you again, Lizette, for coming on to the
Yes,
show
sir.
and doing this
Thank you
interview. It
for
means a
having
Thank
lot
you
to
so
us.
much.
It was a lot of fun. But yeah,
me.
and with that, guys, we're bringing it to an end. Catch us next week, Wednesday and Thursday, same time. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.